Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you? In this lesson, we will discuss about what Microsoft Excel. So, we will see some basic functions that we use mostly. And some of these functions are the summation function, the product, subtraction, quotient, average, maximum, minimum, and others. So follow me, I will show you some of the basic Excel functions here. So let me start from summation function. The first one is the summation function. So let us write numerical values 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, on the C column, let me write 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now let me use the summation function. That means we can use the summation function by using only the keyboard or by using the home tab. So let me start from using my keyboard, that means which is equals to, and write sum, that means the summation function, and open the parenthesis. It says then under or inside the parenthesis, the first is the number and the second is the number. Again, it continues. That means we can select the number what we wanted to add. Let me start from 2 up to 6. That means in the column B, starting from row number 1 up to row number 5. It says B1 up to B5. Then close the parenthesis and enter. That means the summation of 2, the summation of 3, 4, 5, and 6 is what? 20. We can also add horizontally. That means which is equals to sum, open the parenthesis, select horizontally, then close the parenthesis and click enter. It says 6. That means the summation of what? 2 and 4 is 6. Or we can use the home tab. That means at the left top corner of your computer screen, click on home, and again on the right top corner of your computer screen, click on auto sum here and select the summation function. Then it says let me add 4 and 6, but if we want to change it, we can drag according to our interest. So let me add from 2 up to 6. So finally say enter, it gives 20. So we can add numerical values horizontally or vertically by using the summation function. This is the first and the necessary function what we use most of the time in Excel. And the second one is that the product one. So let me remove this one and write the product. That means, for example, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, let me write 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now I'm going to perform product of numbers. It means say which is equals to, and write product, then double click on product, then select the numbers. It means, for example, if I want to multiply 2 by 3, then select the numbers and close the parenthesis and say enter. It says 6. That means the multiplication of 2 and 3 is what? 6. Or even we can multiply a lot of numbers. That means, let me say product, double click on it and select numbers horizontally or vertically, like here, and close the parenthesis and say enter. It puts what? The multiplication of all the selected numbers. Multiplication of what? All the selected numbers. Again, we can also use the product function from the home tab. That means click on home tab and under the AutoSum click the more function, because it's not presented here. So once we open the insert function, we can select the product one. If the product or any function that you want to use is not here, you can select under the category and select the all. If you say all, it already displays all the functions that Excel performs. And you can search here. That means you can write like here product. Then if you say go, it brings at the first. So click on OK, then it displays a function argument. So under here you can select. That means, for example, if I want to multiply 5 by 6, then let me select like here. Then if you say OK, it displays the result. That means 5 times 6, it gives what? 30. So you can use or you can perform any multiplication by using the product function in Excel. This is the second one. And the third one is the subtract. That means subtraction of numbers. Let me write 6, 8, 9, and 10. Again, let me remove this one and 5, and let me write here 4. In subtraction, you can use the summation function. That means use the summation function. Here you select 6 and say comma, again minus sign, then select 5. That means 6 minus 5, then comma, again plus 9, again comma, minus 4. That means we are adding 6 and 9 and subtracting 5 and 4. So when you say enter, it displays a number 6. That means 6 plus 9 is 15, and 5 plus 4 is 9. 15 minus 9 is what? 6. So we can perform like this, or you can subtract differently. That means let me select, and that means 6 comma minus 5. Then if you say enter, it says 1. 6 minus 5 is 1, but you can add here also. It means like 6 plus 4, which is equals to 10. You can add or subtract like this. Again here, which is equals to 6 minus 3. Here also 3. You can subtract like this, or you can subtract by using what? The summation function. Because if you want to select the subtract function from the home tab, there is no any subtract function listed here. That is why we use by using the summation function for the subtract one. And the fourth one is performing a division. That means a quotient. So let me write a number 60, 40, and 90. Again 2, 3, and 5. So if we want to perform a division of numbers, we can go to the home and AutoSum. Under here more function, then select the category and click on all. Now here we can write quotient and click on go. Then quotient is here and say OK. Then under this function argument, we can select the numerator and denominator. That means the numerator, for example, if I select 60, that is 7, and if I select the denominator 2, it displays the result is what? 30. Then if you say OK, it produces the result as 30. And also divide the numbers in the downward direction. That means if you can, when you write quotient, then select 6, for example 90, comma, then it says numerator, comma, denominator, then 5, closed, then enter, it says 2, because it only displays the integer numbers. That is why it displays only 2. For example, if I make 8, then it displays also 2. So most of the time it displays only the integer numbers. That's why it displays the number 2. So this is also the fourth important function in Excel. So let me use the fifth one, that is average. We use the average most of our work. So in average, for example, if we have a number 2, 4, 6, and 7. Again, if you have a number 1, 4, 8, and 9. So to perform average, you can click on home tab, or simply you can click on equal sign on your keyboard, then write average. Click on average, then select the numbers that you want to perform average. Let me select 2 from 2 up to 7 and close the parenthesis. Then say enter. It says 4.75. That is the average of 2, 4, 6, and 7 is 4.5. We can also perform average horizontally. Let me use by the home tab, then under the AutoSum, click on more function. Then under here we can write average. Then here click on OK. Now it says number 1 and number 2. That means from 1 up to 4. Then click on OK. That means 5.5 is the average of 1, 4, 8, and 9. This is the average. And we use mostly the average to perform even simple and difficult analysis. And the next is about minimum and maximum. Min and max. Min and max. That means, for example, if you have 4, 6, 8, and if you have 1, 2, and 3. So max and min means that selecting the minimum or the maximum number from the given or the listed item. So write the max, that means to perform maximum of the numbers, and select from 4 up to 8 and close the parenthesis and click on enter. That means it says 8 is the maximum of what? 4, 6, and 8. The maximum of 4, 6, and 8. Even we can also perform horizontally by using the Home tab. Click on Home, click on Auto Sum, then click on Maximum. Then it says that let me perform maximum, or let me dig out the maximum of 4 and 1. It says if the arrangement is correct, click on enter, and it says the maximum of 4 and 1 is 4. Again, we can also perform the minimum. That means write min of numbers and select, then close the parenthesis and say enter. It says that 4 is the minimum of the numbers listed above, starting from up to 8. Again, we can also perform horizontally. Let me use the Home tab. Under the Home, click on Auto Sum and select the minimum. So it says that let me dig out the minimum of 8 and 3. So let me say enter, and it says 3 is the minimum of what? From 8 and 3. This is the minimum and maximum Excel functions. And the last for today is about concatenate. Concatenate means that writing texts in space or without space. That means concatenates. Let me write a name, Abel and John. Again, in their name, their father name, Abraham and Johannes. So concatenate means that write the concatenate, double click on it, then it says text 1 and text 2. That means select this one, comma, and select this one and close the parenthesis. So when you say enter, it says Abel Abraham without a space. But if you want to add any space between two names, for example, let me write concatenate, double click here and select the first sentence or the name of the son and comma, again use this symbol and here again comma and select his father name, then close the parenthesis. Then when we say enter, it brings John Johannes, and there is a space in between those two names. If you want to increase the space between those names, you can click here and enlarge the space between those two names. That means John and Johannes. You can increase or reduce the space between those two names. This is concatenate. This is what I have for today about some functions in Microsoft Excel. In the next section, we will see about some additional Excel functions like count if, count A or count all, count black, if function, and other very important Excel functions.